Can you explain what that means, and can you provide a few examples of public liability cases that you've come across?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the main category of public liability claims, which everybody will have heard of, are the trip-slip claims. Right. So where people are tripping over potholes on the pavement, possibly in the road, and falling over and sustaining injuries. So it tends to be cuts and bruises, banged knees, banged shoulders. Could have sort of whiplash type injuries where you've got neck pain and back pain from the impact. But it's more to do with the state of disrepair of the pavements, which we're all aware of, or a curbstone raised, and you trip over that as you step on or off onto the road.
And how does that differ from the next sort of injury claim, occupiers liability? What's the difference between the two?
The difference tends to be that the occupiers liability is on private land, whereas public liability, as the name suggests, will be on public land, which is usually owned by the local authority.
Right, okay. And what examples have you come across for occupiers liability, types of injuries, types of cases that you considered?
Okay, so occupiers liability, it can be the same sort of injuries, same sort of accidents where you maybe trip on a pothole, but it would be on privately owned land, so a typical example would be in a car park, something like that. Other types of occupiers liability will be perhaps you're walking across private land and a sign falls on your head or something like that, which, I mean, sounds silly, but it does happen more than you'd think. You could be on the forecourt of a shop premises or something like that, and the sign's loose and it falls on your head and injures you. Obviously, sometimes that can just be an accident and there's nothing that could have been done about it and there's no claim arising. But more often than not, if a sign falls off a building onto your head, it will tend to be as a result of poor maintenance or complete lack of maintenance by the owner of the building.